Okay, it's still whatever day it was a little while ago, Friday, I don't know what number, but this is a site I just came upon, and because my arm is longer than my neck, you're probably going to see what I can see through the trees with less disruption, and hear that plane in the background. And the bird sounds like a blue jay. And that is an interesting mountainscape. And Lifesaver just went by, and we had a little chat while we were walking together for a minute, and then she naturally was walking faster than I was. She's interesting. We've played leapfrog a few times in the last few days, and may play again in the future. Alright. Put this down. There's my poles, and I should just pick them up and start walking again. We're going for yellow gap today, or yellow something. Probably not yellow submarine. It started us to go, we're going to yellow. It's about 8 miles up the road, about an 8 mile day. But it's been much easier. It's amazing how much, 10, 12 pounds makes when you take it out of your pack. I have about 11 pounds today in my pack, and 5 or 6 of that was water. So alright, bye bye. I just came upon this in the forest, and it is one of the better sitting areas I've seen. It is so nice that I am going to stop here and do a little bit of lunch. It'll be a quick lunch, maybe 20 minutes, but I'm going to sit down and enjoy it. And over there is mostly blue skies with some clouds. Over there it's a little more gray around the horizon and ominous, but not threatening yet. So I hope I can get a good weather forecast tonight to anticipate what's happening in the near future and see what's going on. I am guessing that I am at 3.5 to 4 miles. I don't know. And damn it, I need another arm and hand, because if I had that, I'd be able to do more. But not having that, I'm going to sit down here. Oh yeah, it's much higher than most of the logs, and flatter. It's like a real picnic bench. Oh yeah, too good to pass up. Oh yeah. And I've got enough meat on my glutes now that it's not uncomfortable to sit on a hard wood surface. That's a welcome bonus. Oh, yeah, it's nice, just nice. Well, excuse me while I get my tuna out and crackers. And that's what I'm doing for lunch. Snack lunch. Alright, bye bye. This is what the path has looked like for the last 15-20 minutes. And although it looks like, it's a nice stone stairway, it's not really. They're not all level. It's better than walking in mud, I suppose. I mean, they're not even jumps. Let's see if I can put my foot here and give you an idea. This is my foot. And this is my knee. So it's as high as my knee. Oh, I didn't mean to do hiney. But anyhow. And some of them are a little unstable and you can feel them rock a little bit, so you shift. Like if that one rocks, you definitely shift to the left. Matter of fact, I'm going to start on the left and stay on the left so it doesn't tip over and go into that valley there, which is probably the home for a big animal with hair and claws, and I'm hoping I should probably move out of this area more quickly than I was going to do. So, after having that thought, there's another spot where they might live. So, I'm going to turn this off now and rapidly get through this rock area. See you later. Okay, it's still Friday, and since that last time I recorded, I've walked by 4 or 5 cave-like structures. This one I think is a little too small for a bear, but some of the others weren't, and there might be one up here that I don't see that is adequate for Mr. and Mrs. Yogi. Although I think bears are single parents. However, it kind of ruined it for me because now I see them, and I don't see them as interesting rock formations. I see them as, I better get moving. You know, because I feel like I'm knocking on Yogi's door. Hey. I really don't want to. I would much rather, I'd be much happier if I don't see a live bear. Well, I don't really want to see a dead one either, now that I think about the way I phrased that. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of people actually want to see a bear. And I'm of the opinion that the further away I am, the better. The less chance for a mishap. I've already seen live bears close up, and that's good enough for me. I would rather watch them on somebody else's video. And hopefully they don't do any serious damage to anyone. Alright, anyhow, I have to negotiate this, but as you can see, up there doesn't look too bad except that it's a steep incline. And you get the picture. Poisoned. I wouldn't be surprised if there's raccoons or other furry animals living in there. Or there. And it looks like a hotel. It's the Hotel Raccoon. The Raccoon Palace. And where else? Yeah, this is kind of left to nature. And nature's always tearing them down and putting them back up. There are the skeletons of old trees all over the place. Alright. Oh, here comes Mr. Sun again. That's very good. I'm going to turn this off again. Bye-bye. This one was interesting. You know, it's up there high enough. But as I walked under it, there was a breeze that blew, or a gust, might phrase it more accurately, and I could hear the click and the scraping of the bark. I just heard it again. I wonder if I listen, we'll hear it again. So, yeah, I took about, you could hear it sliding down still. It took about 5 or 6 really quick steps to get completely away from it. Yeah, it wasn't my imagination. I've heard it 3 times now. However, I do think that branch will hold it, but it is adjusting. I hope it doesn't come down and hurt anybody. It will come down eventually. Hopefully it'll be on a day that's bad and stormy and most people went ahead and stayed in town. Alright, catch you later. Oh, here's the trail. A much nicer path now than the rocks I was showing you earlier. and I hope it stays this way for a while. It happens. It's not all just rocks and climbing and torture. There are sections, maybe 300 yards at a time, that are like a regular park, town trail. But they are the exception, not the rule. I'd say maybe, 10 to 20% of the trail that I've noticed so far can be like this, which is very nice when you get it and appreciate it. Because sometimes it looks like they are intentionally making an obstacle course. It doesn't look like it was just accidentally that way and they couldn't fix it. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the way it looks. And this goes on for a good little while again. Nice. Maybe I'll just leave you running for a little bit. In the meantime, here's a log I'm going to step over. Can I do it with you guys still running? That's the question. Let's see. I think so. I think I got it. By George, I think he's got it. Oh. Nice little wide opening here. And here we have the trip stick. Must be one of those counters, You go through, you trip the stick. Counts off another hiker. Oh. I see why it's still there. Not easy to brace. Oh, wow. This is one of those wrong ones I was hoping for. Yeah. I was walking through the woods one day in the merry, merry month of May. I'm out here till July. That's when I have to say goodbye. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying me. Hey, someone's on the AT with someone's on the AT. I know. I'll probably be real embarrassed in 10 minutes when I find they're behind me laughing. Turn around. Yep. Sure enough, somebody's back there. Alright, I'm going to turn this off now that I'm embarrassed by Mr. Orange Shorts. Bye-bye. And that's the type of view I have all day. People passing me. People in their 20s who walk at a much faster pace than I do. Like they're on a mission, probably to get to Katahdin. And I noticed on the flats they don't even breathe heavy. Of course I don't either, so that's a good thing. Oh, and I see them starting to elevate. So I'm going to put the camera away. Fortunately, I don't think he hurts my ear. So white earbuds in his ears. Look at that deadfall. That's coming down. That's where you don't want to put a tent near. Especially on a day like today, where the wind is blowing. But look at that vine. Even Tarzan is like that sucker. He could be swinging all over this place. Alright. Oh, stop. Flowers. Now, there were only a few of these when I started. There was like one or two around the base of each tree. Now they're just like overrunning the place. And the yellow ones have just come out recently, in the last week or so. I don't know what they are, but they're interesting to look at. I wonder if they're related to the trillium. The leaves look similar. Alright, back to the work, back to the trail. Feeling weird. I walked over that last curve and came into this, and it looks a little bit like a fantasy magical forest. The rhododendrons have created the tunnel, and it has a fantasy type feel as you walk through. I've seen a few of these before, but this one caught me off guard, and I think is better for photographing. It's a short one. Sometimes they go on for a couple 100 yards, and that's why it's nicknamed the Green Tunnel. And as you can see, most of the trees and stuff do have some green on them now. It's not all the way in yet, I'd say. 20-30% of the leaves are showing. You know, as far as their growth, I think they've got a good way to go, more than halfway to go, which will really make it feel more greened in. Still kind of neat. Oh, you can see all the trunks here as they stretch higher than usual to get to the sunlight.